Hey, what's up nerdlings? Sean from the Nerd Lair here. Today we're going to be building the ODROID GO. It's a Game Boy emulator that's pretty neat. For a mere $35, you can have one of these kits shipped to your house, and then you can assemble it. I thought that was pretty cool, and for the 10th anniversary of ODROID, it's not a bad thing to celebrate about. Especially with a transparent case, that makes my nostalgia senses tingle. Here is all of the contents of the ODROID kit that you'll receive. You get a transparent Game Boy shell, an Android-based board, a speaker, a lithium battery, a D-pad and buttons, screws, the rubber contacts for the buttons, a screen, and a USB to micro USB cable. Alright, let's assemble this thing. There's really only one way to do this, and it's basically paint by numbers. They did this so no one would get confused and ruin their kit. Basically, you take the plastic screen and peel off the sticky adhesive paper so you can stick it onto the front of the Game Boy. This is gonna cover the actual screen so, well, it doesn't break. Make sure your corners are perfectly placed in the grooves and press on it with your thumb to secure it to the plastic. Nice. For step 2, flip this thing over and place it face down so we can mount the actual screen onto the Game Boy shell. All you have to do is peel this protective plastic off. Oh, that was satisfying. And then put it in at an angle from the top and then press down on the bottom part of the screen to snap it into the brackets. You don't have to press too hard, but you do need to be careful as to not break the screen. And then bend the ribbon wire a little. Step 3 is going to be inserting the D-pad, the A and B, start and select, the volume, and the reset button. If you're good at putting things into things, then you'll do just fine here. Up next is the rubberized contacts for the board. This lets the board know what buttons are being pressed and, well, lets you play the games. It's pretty simple. Just put more things into things and you're all set. Make sure the plastic posts line up with the rubber holes and you're good to go. Now we can add the gray on and off switch that comes inside the kit. Sadly, my clear custom green one doesn't fit. Wiggle it back and forth, make sure you're happy with that so we can add the actual board. Just place it in there where the on and off switch is and it'll basically just click into place. All you have to do now is screw 4 screws into this thing to secure it to the actual case. They're all set at the bottom, pretty easy to find with little pictures, so you won't mess up. Alright, next up we're going to take that ribbon wire and we're going to insert it gently into its pin slot. Make sure that line that's on the ribbon wire is flush with the piece of plastic, letting you know that it's properly inserted. Now we can take our lithium battery and place it in this slot right here. Plug in the wires into this little thing that says battery. If you mess that up, I'm sorry. Next we're going to put the speaker into the speaker slot and plug it in to where it says speaker. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Like I said, paint by numbers. You can't mess this up, kids. There we go. Nice. And the final step of the ODROID kit is just placing the backing of the Game Boy shell using the rest of the screws to make sure it's secured. And that's it. Congratulations, you put it together, kids. Now, take the software that I'm going to link down below in the description onto a micro SD card and add some ROMs. You're good to go, man. It's ready to play. Let's see. How about, I think I'm going to play some Afterburner. Unfortunately, this is the only way that I could show you guys the quality of the screen while a game is being played, and sadly, the camera does not do this thing justice. It looks and sounds a lot better in person, and I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed that there's no headphone jack. You can easily add your own, but it's really disappointing knowing that the board doesn't already have one pre-installed when you buy it. There's only one volume button, and it goes from no volume up to 5 levels of volume, back down to no volume again. I'll show you in a second. A couple other things you can do is if you hold the start button and press up or down on the D-pad, you can dim or brighten the backlight. If you press right on the D-pad while holding start, you can switch the screen's resolution. I like that. I put it next to 3 Game Boys for a size comparison, and if you put it next to a Game Boy Pocket, you can see actually how thin it really is. The ODROID GO kit also comes with a 10-pin male header that you can insert onto the top of the device for cool add-ons like an XU4 shifter shield. And lastly, when you plug this thing into an outlet, a little red LED light comes on to let you know that the device is charging. And that's going to be it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the review/build of the ODROID GO. I hope it makes you kind of want to get into this yourself. It's really fun to build these things, and there's so many options for customization, and it's a great thing to have if you want to play retro games on the go without lugging around your Game Boy and cartridges. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more content like this, like, comment, and subscribe. I upload at least once a week, so there's always something to watch. Go ahead and check me out on Instagram and Facebook, and if you want your own ODROID, I'll leave a link down below as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time in the Nerd Lair.